playoffs, you know?
Oh, boy, it's been like 26 out of the last 27 or something like that. Yeah.
So how are you this year? How's your team?
I like it so far. We've got a lot of guys who had a lot of playing time last year coming back. Pretty strong senior class, and the underclassmen are filling in really nice. So I like where we're at.
Do you feel like you have I don't know if a score to settle is the right word, but 6 and 5 is not the custom here? Are your players motivated by that or not?
Yeah, I think they are. When you have success, and then of course you're not playing when you're used to playing. I think it gets to you a little bit, and these guys have been very dedicated in the off season to play at that level. We were a young team last year, and we played some tough opponents. So it was a record that, of course, we didn't like to see, but we overall I think it did us good getting ready for this year too.
Did any growing pains from last year serve to help this team for this year?
I think a lot. Like I said, we have a lot of starters coming back on both sides of the ball. They went through some adversity last year with some of those games. So I'm hoping that it makes them mentally stronger more than anything.
Do you even have to talk to your kids about the history here and the culture for growing up in this community? Do they just know it inherently?
I think they know it inherently. They embrace it. I think they know what it means to play football here because their dads, grandpas, uncles all have, and it's kind of a special thing when it's generational. So you don't have to do a whole lot of talking about that.
This is my second CMAC shoot today, and I think my third overall. When I drive into these communities, I don't live in these, of course, but I drive through here and I think, man, is this a neat town? Would this be a neat place to be a coach in? Do you feel that way?
I do. It's a great place to live. It's a great place to raise your kids, and it's a great place to work with kids. A lot of these kids, I went to school with their parents, and I played football with a couple of their dads, and to see it all come full circle and then to get to work with them is a pretty special thing.
Is it extra special to coach at your alma mater?
It is. It is. I look around and sometimes I have flashbacks to those years ago when I was running around out there in the field with, my teammates, and it's just kind of surreal sometimes to think that I'm coaching here. So it's pretty awesome.
When you scheduled that opener, were you not thinking straight, or were you drinking something, or what?
Yeah, they're a good team. It's kind of hard to find games for smaller schools. I think most coaches will tell you that. So when you can hook up with a school in your division that's as successful as they are, it's a great look to start the year. So a little pressure, you got to be ready, but you got to be ready anyways. So it's good for that.
Is that also part of the price of success? Do you find that schools know about PW and say, we don't want to play them?
Yeah, it is. I mean, they know, a bigger school, if they play us, they beat us, they don't get that many points. We beat them, of course, that's not good. So there's not a whole lot of incentive to play a smaller school that traditionally has success.
Do you think there's anything different about a PW kid than any other kid?
I don't know. I don't know about different. I think these kids just growing up here, they know that hard work, you have to put the work in. And I think more than anything, our parents still let them go through tough things, and they don't, come running in here and try to save them from every little bit of adversity that they go through. So we have that going on, and I think as long as we have that, these kids will continue to be tough.
Have you liked the camaraderie you've seen in this group so far?
I have, yeah. They're kind of a funny group. There's some guys that definitely are characters, and they play off each other a little bit, but the camaraderie's been pretty good.
I've been asking every coach, Jeremy, about what it is about the Friday night lights that motivates them. I'm wondering, 7 o'clock Friday night, high school football, what does that mean to you?
Man, it's just, once you're a part of it, it's just something I think that sticks with you. I really can't explain it. Even as many Friday nights as I've been in as either a player or coach under the lights, you still get the butterflies. It still, in some ways, feels like it did back when you're young and you run around and playing. And heck, even as a kid coming to Friday night football games and playing football off to the side, it's just always been a special thing, special part of the community, and it's awesome to still be a part of that.
Gabe, Gabe, Miller, Miller, H and DN, class of 2024.
H-back?
Yes, H-back.
H-back and DN, so you're a senior?
Yep, senior.
Is this your second or third year of varsity?
This is my second.
What's it like playing for your dad?
It's a lot of fun. It was a little weird at first getting used to and everything, kind of transferring from dad at home to coach at practice, but it's a lot of fun.
Let me ask you a tough question. The players are sitting around, the coach isn't around, and they're griping about the coach. How do you handle that?
I mean, there's always going to be people that say things. There's always going to be people that don't agree with the coaches, so you just kind of ignore it, I guess, you know?
You probably don't always agree with the coach either, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
How do you like this team so far?
I mean, this team is a blast. The team chemistry is off the charts. Everyone's good buddies. We just have a lot of fun.
You probably grew up in this community, right?
Yes,
Probably
yep.
went to the game since you were a kid.
Yep, I haven't probably missed a game in 10 years, so.
You've been a ball boy at one time.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's that like? And it's not just you. Kids that grow up in this community, follow the team, and then you end up being a Pirate. What's that like?
It's a tight-knit community, and, you know, when you're younger, you look up to those guys, those seniors, and those varsity players, and they're your role models. So when we get up here, we're those younger kids' role models. So we try to set a good example and, you know, lead by example and everything.
How much have you tried as a senior now and the coach's son to be a leader of this group?
You definitely got to be a leader because everyone's kind of looking towards you as a senior. You've done a lot last year, you know, and all that. But you definitely got to show some leadership.
What do you think is the secret of PW football's success over the years?
I think the secret is we work hard and we have fun. We fly around. We play with the 3 E's: enthusiasm, execution, and what's the third E?
Help 'em out.
Effort. Yep.
Say it again.
We play with the 3 E's: enthusiasm, execution, and effort, which makes us a great team.
Do you see a bond and a camaraderie with this team in the summer and in the early weeks here that impresses you?
Yeah, I mean, ever since winter workouts last year ended a little short, we got right to work, and it really helped us bond as a team. Everyone coming in on those early Saturday mornings, and in the summer it helps us bond and everything.
6-5 isn't terrible, but it's not the custom around here. Are you guys motivated to improve on that?
Yeah, we're definitely playing with a chip on our shoulder this year. We got some teams that we're going to try to get this year. We want some revenge on them. So it definitely makes us play with the chip on our shoulder.